There are many kinds of death.
How's that?
Hi everyone, my name is Alejandro,
I'm Sebastian.
and today we're going to be reviewing 28 Years Later, The Bone Temple. So without further ado, let's get into it.
30 yards, tall grass, wind, and where does that arrow go? Right through his fucking neck!
You want to go first?
I'll go first. I had a lot of time to think about this one. Out of 10, it is definitely a 6 bordering on 7. It is a huge letdown from the first one, mainly the department of cinematography, but as well a little bit of the story.
The first one? You mean...
28 years later, like the first one. Yeah.
Oh,
in this trilogy that they're making.
Okay, that I do agree with.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, it is kind of the same shooting style, iPhone, but it just wasn't as many new things. You know what I mean?
It was shot very Hollywood, weirdly. Danny Boyle, the director for the first one, 28 years later, is like known to be like an indie director, so he has like a lot more experimental.
Oh, I didn't know that. But I'm pretty sure he didn't even direct this one, though.
He did
It
not.
was this,
No.
I forgot her name.
Nia de Costa.
Mia de Costa?
Nia de Costa, I think that's her name. I think the last thing I watched from her was The Marvels.
I have not seen that, but I've heard bad stuff.
It could be bad. It's bad. But what do you think about the film?
Okay. I think it was still pretty good. I think it was definitely, like I just said to him, not as good as the last 28 Years Later, but the whole Jimmy cult thing or whatever was going on, the Jimmy Salvo cult going on, for those of you who don't know, their whole cult, like with the wigs and the tracksuits, were based on this British guy named Jimmy Salvo, who was really famous, especially to kids in early 2000s, but then was, oh my god, he was outed as being a predator and doing all kinds of like terrible things to all kinds of people, and they look up to him in this movie, so that's definitely symbolism.
It is symbolism. I do think it spent a little too much time on them.
Yeah, but if I had to give my whole thoughts on it, I would rate this an 8 out of 10.
But before we leave, do you have any specific instruction for us?
I do.
Please do tell.
I do enjoy the whole zombie POV that they did, especially with Samson.
Yes, that's the best part. Samson and Dr. Kelson is the best part.
Yeah. I wish I knew the actor's name for Samson. Do you know?
I don't know.
He did great though. Like, even though he didn't have many lines, I don't know if you know, but in acting, not having a bunch of lines is still a great way to emote and just show so much emotion, which really surprised me because he struck me as more of a physical actor.
Yeah.
And do you want to address the elephant in the room? Well, elephant in the room about him?
He does indeed talk, and he does have lines.
I was talking about the distracting thing.
Oh. Well, I look above the waist.
Okay,
Yeah.
but like, I didn't even see. I wasn't even looking at that. You know what I mean? Because like, oh my god, I thought that was so weird. Especially when I saw it in the last movie.
Yeah.
Well, saw it. I just had my hand like this the whole time. On what you said that you talked, I like that because I think it's something that has not been done in a lot of other zombie movies.
That's what I mean. It's like what I liked about the first 28 Years Later is it's so atypical of like the zombie apocalypse. Like to go 20 years later and like humanity has like regressed to a point where it's like almost medieval, like bows and arrows, like ballistas, right? And this movie had it's like typical like cliches of like a zombie survival group that like kills people, you know, to have like
And
some
the
power
religious
worship
cult group.
right?
Yeah.
To me, it's more interesting to have a zombie that talks. That's what I liked about the rage virus in general. The fact that it's not zombies and it really is like more humans, like without inhibitions.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that too. Especially in like, what was it, the first one, when I was wondering, are they humans? Are they like really dead? Because they don't look like
Exactly. That's what made like 28 days and years is so well received.
it. Have you seen Weeks?
No,
Oh, well then.
it's not canon.
It isn't?
It's not canon. Yeah, you watched it?
Yeah,
What a
I thought it was
waste.
just okay.
Yeah, exactly. It's American.
But we're talking about this one.
Right.
Yeah. Might as well talk about Dr. Kelson.
Dr. Kelson is the best part of this film. He was the best part of the last one too. You didn't like it.
I did kind of like his performance. He definitely shined more here, and oh my god, I love the little like out of nowhere sequences with him and Samson, and he's like dancing
That's
with
beautiful.
him.
I think it's beautiful. I think it carried like part of the message of the first film to me, like
so?
memento amoris, remember to always love.
What was it? Remember to love.
Yeah, and then remember all men must die, which those are like his last words in the film.
Oh yeah.
That sequence, we talk about like the sequence like where he does like the whole sane thing, the 666.
Oh, that was
Yeah.
that was like.
No,
oh
it
my
kept
God.
that scene alone kept me from giving like a 6.
You loved it that much.
I loved it that. It's like I said, I like what I like about the series, that how atypical it is from like typical zombie media.
Yeah, I would not have seen like a whole concert like
No,
he
yeah,
did.
like there's a reason for it too.
Yeah.
You introduce like a cult that worships Saint Nick, the devil. So you have someone pretend to
Nick.
be old, right? Old
Yeah.
Nick, old Nick. That's how he says it, right?
Yeah.
And so you introduce like this guy that from the outside he looks demonic. He has like a bone temple, and is like filled with like
He's all
blood,
red.
right? Yeah. It's it plays with, like perspectives as well. Because like here's like two storylines that are like have nothing to do with each other, and they meet at the cross point, and everything, all hell breaks loose basically. Too bad the storyline with the Jimmys is it's kind of lacking. Spike in general is lacking in this film. He's barely a main character.
I thought like the most compelling member of the
Yeah.
Jimmys was the girl. Forgot her name. The redhead.
Oh,
it was
yeah,
revealed
yeah.
she was a redhead.
The one that was yeah.
Yeah, because she was actually questioning it. And at first, another one was kind of, I think, was Jimmy Ing, that girl in the Jimmys who was like the more outgoing one.
With
and,
the butterflies ones.
Yeah, and the good
Insane.
fighter.
Yeah, they're insane. I mean, all of them are, but especially her.
It's just surprising to see like her be all timid, then such a good fighter, especially in like that one scene. Obviously, she wasn't around long. You remember?
I do remember. She got hit by the hook, right?
Yeah, like I was not expecting that. I was like, it was really surprising me. It really showed off the actress's acting chops, but I was like, oh, yeah, she's not around anymore.
Yeah.
666, the number of the beast. Sacrifice is going on tonight.
Definitely elevated.
definitely.
Definitely elevated, because if this was released by its own, it would not have done so well.
True.
Because when people said about 20 years later, we're like, oh, it's a movie that nothing happens. It's so, like, it doesn't make sense, or... that was the main critique that I heard 20 years later before I watched
dumb. They're
it.
dumb.
And this is the film that they were talking about. Because 20 years later is such a great introduction to this world of, like, medieval, like, primates, humans,
Yeah.
and, like, alphas and all that, and Dr. Kelson. And the film doesn't use it as much as it should have. Or at least it just meanders for a little bit in the middle section. I think it's overly gratuitous in the farm scene. I think that time
yeah,
could have been
that's-
allotted to more character development for Spike or something.
I do feel like Spike was just kind of there. He
Yeah.
wasn't making as many decisions like he did in the first one, well, the last one. But yeah, he's more of just going with the flow with the whole thing.
Which I think maybe that's the point.
Yeah.
Like, he's like a hostage basically in the situation, but he still like has nothing to do or nothing to say. Like there's like no struggle from him at all.
Yeah.
And like all I can see from him is just fear, but it's like I need something a little more rich than that.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
Like before you saw his steak, his
Yeah.
mom, all of that, you got to see how skilled this actor is at a young age,
Yeah.
and here, it's just not there.
It's a bit of a waste.
So to answer your question about how I rank this, I would rank the whole series 28 Days, and then 28 Years, the first one, and then Bone Temple, unfortunately, and then Weeks. What about you?
I would put 28 years over 28 days, and then Bone Temple, and then Weeks is in the to be determined. 28 days I'm not too big of a fan of until like the second half, where they get to the mansion with the soldiers.
Yeah, that
Because I unfortunately watched The Walking Dead a while back, right? And it has like the same beginning premise of like the guy getting woken up from a coma into
Oh,
like
really?
a mad world, right? To me, because at the first start, like I just saw it as like a simple like zombie apocalypse. But when they introduce like that, there's a human aspect to it, like these zombies, and it is rage, not zombies. That has incredible story implications, and 20 years later, like expanding on that in such a great level.
Yeah.
That's why
I can see that.
Yeah.
Sounds like that's like the go-to or almost generic zombie intro that these movies have, but I guess it's like good from a storytelling perspective.
Oh wait, what do you think about Cillian Murphy?
Cillian Murphy.
Yeah, the return of like Jim
I love
from
that.
the first
I
one.
really love. I did not know his name was Jim.
His
Oh
name
my
is Jim,
God.
yeah. Which I think we're gonna theorize here. I think it's gonna play a huge part of him being called Jim, and the main conflict is gonna be between her name is Kelly, I think, the girl Jimmy versus Jim. They're gonna be like, I see you for who you are, but the thing is, I don't know if like it's gonna be like a conflict or maybe like a character arc for her. Because I think she genuinely believes in Saint Nick.
Yeah.
I don't know about Jimmy.
Saint Nick of
Saint
Santa.
Nick. Okay, I'm thinking of one battle after another.
All hail Saint Nick.
But
No, but up Old Nick. Yeah.
she did ask Kelson, like at the end, just to be sure, you're not Old Nick. I almost said Saint Nick.
Yeah.
You're not Old Nick, right? And he's just like, no. It's just a really quick moment, but I think that will be expanded upon the next movie.
Which is it's a sad fate of middle movies, like middle chapters,
Yeah.
where they're like, just wait for the third, or the real conclusion.
Feels kind of like a bridge, right?
It does,
Yeah.
but like the best middle chapters I can think of is like The Dark Knight or Empire, and they still have great stories. So I don't know. That's why I expected a little bit more from this one, which is still fine. But after such a incredible film, I expect more than just fine.
All right, I'm Alejandro.
I'm Sebastian.
And that was our review of 28 Years Later, The Bone Temple. Please let us know y'all's thoughts on it, and have a good one. How's that?
How's that?